Hi everyone, it's Linda from Joyful Makes and Finds, and I am here to show you two little cutie strawberry themed journals. They are both in my Etsy shop, Joyful Makes and Finds, and they are, there's a link in the description box below to those listings. So they are almost identical with just a few differences, so we'll go through each one. This is journal number 1. This is journal number 2, as they are listed in the shop. So we're going to go through journal number 1 first. These were a delight to make. So fun. I love the little cutie style. And when I say little cutie, if you're new to my journals, that means that these are made from a paper bag that I have folded in half and then sewn on each side with fabric. And they are about 6 inches tall and a good 5.5 inches wide. So bigger than small, but I'd call them a small medium. So these are so cute. I kept everything white, did not distress. These are bright and cheery and happy and summery, and this little digital that I use, these strawberry girls, are just irresistible. I just love them. All of the digitals I used are in the description box below. So this is covered with some very vintage strawberry fabric that I've had in my stash, and also some green homespun gingham, and a very vintage trim that I found at an estate sale that I absolutely love. It's a vintage eyelet with a strawberry ribbon in the center. Some vintage rickrack. Of course, I bead the signature ties. This one is closed with eyelets and some vintage lace seam binding. They have 32 pages, so like 66 sides, depending on how you like to count. And this front pocket here uses some vintage red gingham. It's got a little bulb pin with a Made with Love charm and a library card with these cute little strawberries that I made. I have a little video on how I made these little strawberries, and they are scattered throughout the journal. Some scrapbook paper. This is a little journal card that I made from an image from the Graphics Fairy, and then I just stamped It's the Simple Things with a rubber stamp there. Some coffee dyed paper. These journals use quite a lot of the papers that I dyed. The pinky red papers I dyed with strawberry Kool-Aid, and I also have a short in my videos that shows me dyeing the papers with the Kool-Aid. And I used a pan that had holes in it to create this polka dot effect. And then another image from the Graphics Fairy that I created this tuck with. And then this is a fold out recipe card. Some vintage ledger. This is a digital here that is in the description box, and it's there's an over the page fabric flip on this side, and then here this is an up tuck, and I sewed a button on there just to give it some weight and a little bit of decoration, but you can certainly tuck a tag or something, some journaling paper up into that up tuck. Little envelope sewn into the signature here, and inside of this one I just have a vintage receipt. Little piece of ephemera there. This is some of my green dye. I used Easter egg dye for the greens. And this great vintage image from my stash. There's a lot of little vintage strawberry ads in these journals. I love this guy. And I used a Tim Holtz ephemera bingo card for the tuck here. So some coffee dyed paper, a digital. This is some very old, it's raised dotted Swiss, kind of a crinkly vintage stationery that I used. I created a 3-way pocket on this side, and then there's a page here. And in these pockets, I have one of my strawberry Kool-Aid dyed index cards. I have, this is the empty packet of Kool-Aid that I actually used to dye the paper, and I put some paper on the back to create a journaling card. This is one of my green dyed little Rolodex cards. And I recently put some of these, I found some vintage, old vintage slides at an estate sale, and they are in my Etsy shop as well. And I created a little little one for this. You could add a paper clip to this to make it a paper clip. You could glue it on a page. You can use it however. You could even put a little magnet on it, put it on your refrigerator. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. I just thought I'd stick it in that pocket. Some banana fiber paper, vintage. Some mulberry paper. This is a short that is a little tablet, writing tablet piece. This is a 2-way pocket that is one of my dyed glassine bags that I dyed with Easter egg dye, and I decoupaged some napkin on there, and this is some strawberry applique trim. And then I just put this really simple whipped strawberry is the name of this paint chip that I just embellished the corner of. You can put paper on it and journal on it. You can decorate it. You can do whatever you want. But this is a 2-way pocket. So behind the paper bag, there's a pocket, and then within the paper bag. So there's room for more. And then I used this wonderful strawberry ribbon for a little embellishment in the corner there. This is the center of the signature, and this is a digital. And then of course I beaded the signature ties with some just really pretty beads. I don't think I'm doing those much justice that way. And a strawberry charm, and just really pretty. I love beading the signature ties. It's like one of the last things I do, and one of the last things I do, and one of my favorite things to do. Okay, so this is a fun page. This is a Easter egg dyed envelope with one of my little strawberries on it, and then I created this little shaker tag. There's this really cute little girl, and I don't know if you can tell, but there are some sequins in here that are flower shaped. And then this is the tag that I've started putting in I've started putting a tag in each of my journals that has my signature and shop name. So that's this one. I just love her. Okay. I hope I'm staying centered here. I tend to scoot around. And then this is a multi-way pocket made from some digital paper, and I put 3 blank manila tags in various and graduated sizes, and I used some of my hand-dyed ribbon or seam binding ribbon on these, and a little gingham, and then a couple of tags. So I like to include a lot of blank things that you can either decorate if you want to use this as a decorative journal, or that you can actually journal on. Just happy summery colors. And then this is another one of those vintage ads, and there's a guest check in here, and this is a little strawberry shortcake napkin that I decoupaged a little piece of on there, and some washi tape. You can journal on it. And then I've been enjoy in doing this as well. Vintage buttons is another one of my favorite things, beads and buttons. And so I just took an old empty Lamode card and sewed 4 cute themed buttons on there and just attached it to this other side of the paper bag. And inside of that is the strawberry tea that I like to include a tea bag in all of my journals. So this little envelope is kind of like my little gift envelope to you, a fun little button card and a tea bag. Okay. And then this is a belly band here, and inside of here is a little envelope, little handmade envelope with a double journal card. It opens up. You can fold it either way. Okay, and that just goes right under here. This is some of my hand-dyed lace there. This is another image from the Graphics Fairy, this really cute teacup with the strawberries, and on it is an actual recipe for strawberry shortcake. And if you want to, you can journal on the back side of it. Okay. And then this is a larger journal card with another one of those really cute strawberry girl images on there. Watering her little strawberry bush. And then in the very last pocket is a little multi-page notepad with pink and green papers and some vintage fabric topper that you can do some gratitude journaling on there, or write quotes, thoughts, whatever. Even take it out and put it in your purse. And then since this is a paper bag, there's a large pocket in the back. And with all of my journals, you also get a baggie that is filled with pieces of trim and fabric and offcuts and little pieces. There's even another strawberry charm in here and a strawberry shortcake playing card. Just things that were on my desk when I completed the journal. So you'll get this as well. So this is journal number 1. Let's look at journal number 2. It is constructed exactly the same. It's got a little different image on the front. This little girl has longer hair and has more brown in it, where the other little girl was a little more blonde, but otherwise similar. And then I didn't have enough of the lace, so I used this really pretty vintage lacy ribbon trim for the ties. And all of my ties on any of my journals, for the most part, are interchangeable. This is just tied on there. So you could take that off and use any ribbon of your choice if you decided you wanted different ties on there. Okay, so front pocket exactly the same as the first journal. Same journal card here. I'll just try to point out the differences. I believe this is the same recipe card. Here again is an up tuck with nothing tucked under it. And on this back side is a fabric flip. This is a little different. This is actually, I had to do some covering here. So this is actually a pocket on this one. And then the fabric flip is actually a piece of ephemera that opens up that you can journal inside of. And then it's got the fabric flip on the cover. And then I just tucked it in this pocket and let the flip hang over the top. So it's like kind of a little hidden area for journaling in there. So that's a little different than in the other journal number 1. And then this little bag has the strawberry tag in it. This is also different than in the other journal. it had a different piece of ephemera in it. This is a tag. I think it's also, it could be from the Graphics Fairy as well. I can't remember. Something free that I found. A really cute notepad paper. And this is that vintage advertisement, and tucked in it is a page from a vintage cookie book, and this is for strawberry cookies. So this piece of ephemera is different. Okay, so this page is pretty much identical. It is from the vintage stationery and a three-way pocket on this side. I made the little spread sunshine altered little film thing. What do you know what it is? My word's eluding me. And the dyed Rolodex. And then the other journal, Journal 1, had the empty Kool-Aid packet that I used for dyeing the paper. This one has a full Kool-Aid packet. I bought a little, I don't know, they were $4 for $1 or something, and I had one that I didn't use, so I thought I'd just put the whole thing in here. So just beware, it actually has Kool-Aid in it. So actually, before I mail this, I'll put this Kool-Aid packet in a little plastic baggie in here, just in case. We don't want anything crazy happening. And then it has a dyed journal card, or index card behind it. So I will, in fact, I'm going to take this out so that I remember to put that in plastic. I just had that thought just now. Okay, all the same pieces here. And then this has a, this is the glassine envelope. So it's got decoupage napkin on it, so it looks a little different than the one in the other book. It has the same whipped strawberry paint chip tag in it with the pretty topper. This is the center of the signature and the beads and charms. I'm just going to lift it up. See if that makes it a little more visible. I don't know. Okay. I feel like everything went dark. I hope that is not really for real. Okay, I apologize if my video looks dark to you. Okay, and then the sweet little shaker. This is so fun. I love shaker elements. They're time intensive, so I don't make them all the time, but this one was begging for it. And the way this little girl's holding her hands up like she's going, whee, when that confetti is coming down. Just fun. That goes in that pocket. And oh, I didn't sign this one, but I will. This will have my signature on the back and my shop name. Sorry, a couple little loose ends there. All right. And this is the same multi-way pocket with the blank tags with the fun toppers and the little tickets. This is the guest check for this journal behind this fun vintage ad, and it's got some vintage music paper and some vintage strawberry shortcake stickers. This also has the little gift from me that has the strawberry tea bag inside and a handmade button card using an actual vintage button card with fun buttons sewn on there. And this is a little different too. The other book in Journal 1, it was a belly band. Here it's a pocket, but I tried to use some of the same hand-dyed elements, and it's got the same little envelope with the double journal card in it. And the strawberry shortcake recipe tucked into the behind the little teacup there. And this has this little girl, this little strawberry girl journal card tucked popped into the pocket. And then this one also has a handmade notepad with pink and green papers and vintage fabric at the top. And then the big old empty pocket there. And it will also come with a packet of the goodies and offcuts, and it's got a couple of the extra little strawberries that I made and a charm and things for you to play with and further decorate. So this is journal number 1. This is journal number 2 as it's listed in my Etsy shop. This is journal number 1. Journal number 1 has the little blonde face, and journal number 2 has more of a brown hair. Blonde hair, brown hair. And I am working on a beautiful, another strawberry journal that is a Reader's Digest. It's a larger journal. It's really more classic and elegant, and it's really coming together beautifully. So that'll be the next thing that I'll show you. But these are available now. And I am also hoping to participate in Kathleen Maurer's A Be Again book. She's got a challenge this month, a Make It challenge for using things in your stash. So I'm going to also try to do a special video for that as well, probably right after the strawberry journal. So I have a lot coming down the pike. As usual, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to spend with me. I really, really appreciate it. If you would like to subscribe, I would appreciate that too. Leave me a comment and a like. Those help me a lot. And have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon with my next project. Bye-bye.